Today we're in Budapest, Hungary, training with a local under-20 hockey team. We got Jambi here, we got Taki. I'm going to take the guys through an off-season strength workout. The guys are going to warm up now. Let's go. Let's do some reverse lunges to get warm. 1, 2, bring the leg back. 3. All right, so that's enough warm-up. Let's go and lift. Now that the warm-up is done, we're gonna start with our first big lift of the day, the trap bar deadlift. So a big mistake a lot of guys make on the trap bar deadlift and deadlifts in general is they try to get in position by bending down, but the right position, you start from the top down and created it from top down. So we wanna have 4 steps. The first one is you bend your knees just a little bit, soft knees. After that, keeping the knees in place, you push your butt back so you have a nice hamstring stretch here. And now I just go and meet the bar and I stand up. So one more time. Stand up straight, bend the knees, 1, push your butt back, 2, hamstring stretch, keeping that same torso position and angle, 3 and 4. So here we want to have the same thing. Bend the knees softly, push your butt back, and then go and meet the bar, okay? And stand up. I want to see 5 good reps with this 60 kilos warm up. And then if it looks good, we're going to put some more weight on the bar. All right. Okay. So we did 60 kilos for 5 reps. Now we're doing 90 for 3 for our next warm-up. Same thing, good position, strong, push your feet through the floor, stand up, 3 reps, good. So 120 kilos on the bar, we're going to do 2 warm-up reps. So as you can see right now, after the 120, we put 140 on the bar because the bar doesn't have long sleeves and the plates are very thick. We have to get creative. So we have 120 kilo here, 115 and 120. So that's 130 total with the bar. Then we have to put the band in place so that the plates don't come off when they put the weight or the bar down. Plus, if you come closer, you can see that we have 2 dumbbells of 5 kilos for a total of 140 kilos. And this is how we're going to start putting more weight on the bar. So Zambi's best last week was 5 reps with 160. Our last single warm-up is 150 before we start his real set. So 1 rep at this, 150 kilos. And for Taki, he did 170 for 5 reps, and his last warm-up single is 160. Okay. Always when your grip can be the limiting factor on deadlifts, we want to either use straps or chalk. So we're going to chalk up with Taki now. So now that we are maxed out with the plates on the bar and we're using the dumbbells, and when we want to take smaller jumps in weight by 2.5 kilos, so that necessitates us putting 1.25 kilo plates on both sides, and they are then held in place with the dumbbells. It's not optimal, but this is how we can still load these guys up and the bumper plates and not having enough space on the bar is not going to be an issue. And if the dumbbells or plates come off during the set, then the training partner will put them back between reps and then they can continue and finish the set. So 5 reps at 162.5. Put your thumb in, okay. Put your thumb around the bar. Okay, good. This is Taki's first set at 170, 5 reps. Let's go. Well, that was the guy's first real set. We're gonna be doing 4 sets of 5 today, working up in weight for as long as we can. And if they hit their best 5 rep max for the day in their second or third set, then we're gonna drop the weight down for the remaining sets. And between sets, because we're training maximal strength in this phase with sets of heavy 5s, we're gonna be going 5 minutes between sets. So that was a good set. There's one small correction we want to make with your head position. So when you're in the starting position here, you don't want to crank your neck back. You want to have that in line with your spine. So when you stand up, now you're looking straight ahead. All right, so straps, which are gonna be helpful with the grip on deadlifts. A lot of times athletes don't know how to use it. So this one we're gonna put in your right hand, like this. Palm up and between the thumb and index finger. And same thing, this one on left side. Push the loop through, palm up, and then make it tight against the wrist. And now you're good to go. Okay. So Taki's second set at 175. So Jambi hit 165 for 5 in his second set, and now that was his max for today, and we're gonna bring the weight down a little bit by 5 kilos. So third set at 160 kilos. Keep that spinal position, neck position. Yes, that's it. One more. Yes. Good. Taki hit 175 for 5 in his second set. It was a good set. He feels like he can still go up, so we're gonna go 180 now. Jambi's last set at 160. Taki hit 180 kilos for 5 reps in his third set. He's feeling strong today and he wants to go for a PR, so 185 in his last set. Good session today. Taki hit 185 for 5, PR. Jambi hit 165 for 5, also a PR. So now we move on to close grip chin up, our next exercise. Our second big exercise today is the close grip chin up. We're gonna be doing it here on this bar, and we're gonna start with 3 body weight chin ups, and then we're gonna start loading the guys up with extra weight. Okay, go closer with your grip. Even closer. Okay, so 3 reps here. No pause. A lot of athletes don't know how to use a chin-up belt or dip belt to put on extra weight for bodyweight exercises, so I'm going to run it down for you real quick. You want to make sure that, first of all, the chain is snug against your body so that it cannot fall off. And then you get down on one knee, because if you have several plates here and you're trying to do it up here, then it might fall on your toe and you're going to break your toe, so we don't want that. So always come down on the ground and do it, and attach it on the other side. Now it feels snug and it feels good. Now I can go and do my set. So John B is going to do 1 rep, his last warm-up before his first real set. So Taki's first set, we're going for between 5 to 7 reps with 10 kilos. Okay. It's 5, 2 more. All right. Everything else was fine, but I want you to, on your next set, to try to be a little bit more pulling the elbows back into your back pocket and chest more up, and so that the shoulders don't do this, so it's steady instead of wobbly. So this is John B's first set with 17.5 kilos. And last one, get up. Good. So after the first set, we have 4 minutes of rest, and now we go into the second set, same thing, between 5 to 7 reps. With Taki, there's a little bit of a shoulder jerking going on, so it's not exactly a smooth movement. So we're going to decrease the load and work on better technique. And over time, this will help him lift heavier weights with better form. So Taki, when you start the movement, what are you thinking about? How to get going?
Have to straighten my arm, and after that I just pull myself up.
Okay, what are you using to pull yourself up?
My arm, my muscles.
Okay. So that's where we're going wrong right now, and we're going to fix it. A lot of times what happens is when guys try to muscle themselves up or try to overuse the arms, is that their shoulder blades and shoulders don't produce a symmetrical movement and a nice smooth movement. So how we fix that, instead of thinking about pulling with your arms and biceps, think about driving your elbow into your back pocket. So this is what it should look like. So it's a constant, smooth movement. I'm not thinking about pulling with my biceps or arms. I'm thinking about hanging and then driving my elbows into my back pocket while lifting my chest up. So Zombie's second set, 20 kilos. He's going between 5 and 7 reps. Okay, 2 more. Let's go. Pull. Last one. Up. Up. Last rep, the chin was on the same line as the bar, but it wasn't over, so I'm not counting it. It's 6 good reps. So that's his max for today, and now we're gonna go into his third set. We're gonna lower the weight a little bit. So Taki is now using just his body weight, working on his form, making sure that the movement is smooth and symmetrical and that there's no jerking going on. So this is Zombie's third set at 12.5. We lowered the weight so that he can still hit his target of 5 to 7 reps with good technique. Five. 2, and get your chin up. Yes. Last rep the same. Pull. Good. Fourth and last set for Taki. Once again with body weight, working on smooth technique and 5 to 7 reps. Zombie's fourth and last set, we went down from 12.5 to 10. And once again, between 5 to 7 reps. Let's go, get it. So far we have done our 2 main exercises for the day, the trap bar deadlift and close grip chin up, and now we're finishing it up with a tricep of 1 leg 45-degree back extensions, incline dumbbell curls, and then we also have a chest supported row. So let's get going. Our first exercise in this tricep is the 30-degree incline batwing row or chest supported row. So Zombie is going to lie down on his stomach, and we're going to use lighter weights just to get a feel for the upper back muscles. You can push this leg forward a little bit so they're bent. Good, so more stability. Grab the dumbbells. And then from here, you want to open the shoulder blades completely and then row it together. Yes. And reach into the ground. The upper back can and should round a little bit as you're reaching. That gives you a nice pre-stretch. And then you contract the muscles at the top. 1 more like this. And we're done with the warm-up. So you can bring your legs forward a little bit, have a bend in the knee, and then you have better position, and from here you row and squeeze the shoulder blades together. Yes, reach and row. A couple more. You can lift your chest up a little bit more when you come up. Yes, that will give you a better contraction, stronger contraction at the top. That's fine. Good. And done. First of all, the height of the back extension station needs to be somewhere up in your waist. If it's too low, you're not going to feel comfortable. If it's too high, you're going to be restricted with the range of motion. So Taki is going to go, and we're going to be doing this on 1 leg, so the back leg can rest here for stability, and then he's going to go all the way down and come up, squeezing the glute of the side that has the leg working. So we're going to go down, all the way down, get a nice good stretch, and from there come back up. Okay, 1 more, and done. So here for the incline curl, we want to have the upper back tight, so we have our chest up, and then we're going to turn out the dumbbells, and in the starting position, we're right in line with our elbows and shoulders and wrists, so straight line to the ground. This brings our arm behind our torso and gives us a nice stretch in the starting position. Now he's going to curl the weight up, and from there, he's going to control it down, contract the triceps at the bottom, and go do a couple more reps like this. Okay, 2 more for warm-up, and then we move on to our real tricep. So for the chest supported row, we're going for 8 to 10 reps, really getting a nice upper back pump, reaching into the ground and rowing from there. Always contracting the upper back, making sure that the shoulder blades come together at the top, and when you're reaching down, you're opening it up and getting that nice stretch in the upper back. 7, 3 more like this, good. Reach and row. And 1 more. And done. A lot of times when guys do this exercise or any other upper back row exercise, they're just moving the weight up and down, but not really feeling it in the supposed muscles, which is the upper back area here between the shoulder blades and around the shoulder blades. So this is not about how much weight you can move, it's about how big of a pump you can get in the target muscle and really get that nice upper back pump so that the muscles get stressed like we want it to be stressed. Immediately after the dumbbell row, we're going to wait 60 seconds and go into the second exercise of the tricep, which is the incline dumbbell curl. And same thing here, we're going to be doing 8 to 10 reps as we did with the rows. What's important on this exercise is that he is bringing the dumbbell all the way down and really putting the upper arm and elbow behind his torso, so that gives him a really nice bicep stretch at the bottom. Because if you leave it in front of the body, you're not really stretching the biceps the way you're supposed to on this exercise, and it makes it a lot more difficult as well. So this is one of those exercises where you don't necessarily need a lot of weight, but it's very effective for the biceps. After the dumbbell row and after the incline dumbbell curl, we're continuing with the tricep. Our third exercise is the one leg 45-degree back extension. And now we're using 5 kilo extra weight to load the guys up beyond just their body weight. So between 8 to 10 reps here as well. And always squeezing the glute of the working side to bring that torso up in line with the body. Always important here that you don't hyperextend through the lower back. You're in a line with the rest of your body in the up position right here. So you don't want to go beyond that, because then it puts all the stress on the lower back, and we don't want that. So squeeze the glute, and on the way down you want to feel a nice hamstring stretch, and on the way down the glute, on the way up, the glute is the one that is forcefully contracting and bringing the torso up into the upright position. So 8 to 10 reps here per leg, and then we continue into our second round of the tricep. You can put the non-working leg on the pad so you have more stability, and that allows you to use more weight when we're going heavier and heavier. And always keep in mind that the working leg, which is this side, is the one that's really contracting the glute. Both of them are, but the one that's working is the one that's really contracting it to bring the torso into the starting position. And once again, we're straight in the lower back. We're not hyperextending in the top position. Good. And when you're going down, you want to stay mindful of the fact that you really want to go as low as you can, because then you get that nice hamstring stretch. It also stretches out your spinal erectors, the lower back muscles, and then you get full range of motion, which is what we're looking for on this exercise as always. Now this is the second round of our tricep. We up the weight from 20 to 22.5, and we still want to have that nice upper back contraction. You can go as heavy as you want here, as long as you feel it in the upper back, but as soon as you lose that contraction and the ability to bring the shoulder blades together, then that's your cue to lower the weight and focus on feeling it in the upper back. Okay? So between 8 to 10 good reps here. So when you're doing this exercise, keep in mind that you want to think about rowing your elbow into your back pocket along with the dumbbell instead of pulling it up to your chest. So we're always thinking back pocket. That gives us the nice upper back contraction that we're looking for here. So if you come a little bit closer, you can see how his upper back is now protracting and now contracting or retracting, but the muscles are contracting, and that's what gives you a really nice upper back pump. So in the first set we use 10 kilo dumbbells. Normally we would go up to 12, 12.5, but this gym doesn't have them. So the next step up would be 15, which is too big of a jump. So we're gonna keep the weight at 10 kilos. And to make it a little bit more challenging, we're gonna lift it in 1 second as before and then lower it in 4 seconds. So we're going to do 8 to 10 reps with a 4 second eccentric. Yes. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. So we're going for 8 to 10 reps, and this is a little bit more difficult. You don't always need to go up in weight to make things more challenging. You can play around with tempo, especially with the eccentric part, slowing it down when it makes sense to give the body a little bit of a different stress and stimulus, and also to make it more challenging if you don't have the availability to use more weight to make it more challenging that way. Control it down for 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Good. Slow it down from the top position. 1, 2, 3, 4. Great. Now keep that. If you come in closer, you can see how hard the biceps is contracting here. And then you have to lower it down in 4 seconds, controlling it down. And at the bottom, triceps to get that full elbow straighten out, and good pre-stretch before you start the contraction on the way up in the biceps. Good. And 4 seconds down. Yes. So now in our second set of the one leg 45-degree back extension, we started with 5 kilo, now we're up to 10 kilo because the guys can handle it. So same thing between 8 to 10 reps, control it down, and then coming up by squeezing the glute. So if you come a little bit closer and full range of motion, really going as deep as you can. If the lower back rounds a little bit, that's fine. And then on the way up, we're gonna stop when this is in a straight line. So 8 to 10 per side, and then you switch your legs and continue on the other side. A lot of times what guys don't do is if they're doing single limb, one arm dumbbell row, or single lower body, single leg stuff like a Bulgarian split squat or this exercise, they don't take a break between limbs. But the stronger you are, the more weight you're using, the more that tires you out. So you really want to take a break between limbs if you need to, because then your second limb that you're doing right after the first one is not going to be as fresh. So your performance is going to suffer by a couple of reps. So you always want to take those breaks between limbs on single leg or single arm exercises. So when you're loading this exercise up beyond just your body weight, you can use a plate, you can use a dumbbell like he's using here, you can use an easy bar, a straight bar, even resistance bands, whatever you have available. The thing is that body weight just becomes too easy, especially with guys who are at least a little bit strong. So there's no point just doing high body weight reps. We want to keep the reps within that, let's say 6 to 8 on the lower end, up to 10, 12, 15, 20 on the higher end of the rep range, and just keep getting stronger and stronger over that full spectrum. So then we need to load things up. And the dumbbell like he's using here is a great way to do that. You can come up a little bit higher at the top. Yes, right there. Nice. This is now our third set that we're doing in this tri-set. And we started at 20, 22.5, now we're up to 25 kilos for the third set. So we're gonna keep going up as long as the guys can do it properly. And if they cannot go up anymore, we're gonna bring the weight down. But so far, it's going well. Okay. Good. Go. Same thing as on the last set. We're gonna come up and then go down in 4 seconds. Controlling it all the way down. Really making the biceps work. Slow it down. 1, 2, 3, 4. A good way to think about it is to resist gravity on the way down. So don't let gravity win this battle. Fight it. A little bit further back behind your body at the bottom. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. So as you can see now, we're up from 5 in the first set to 10 kilos in the second set, now 15 kilos in the third set. So as long as the range of motion is good, form is good, and the guys can handle it, we keep going up in weight. Good. Resist, stretch, contract the glute. 6. Contract the glute, feel the burn. 8, 2 more. And that's it. So this is now our third set, and we started the first set with 5 kilos, second set with 10, and now we're up to 15, and we're gonna keep loading the guys up for as long as we can. If the form is good, if they can handle more weight, then that's your cue to put more resistance. So 15 for now, and probably we're gonna keep going up for the fourth and last set, depending on how this goes. A little bit higher in the top position. Yes. Really make that glute work. 8. 9. Last one. So this is the fourth and last set. Now he's up to 27.5. By this point, it's typical that guys are getting tired in the workout. They might not be able to get 10 reps in with good form. So remember, the rep range is between 8 to 10. If you can only get 8 good reps in, that's fine. That's what we're shooting for. So even though this is the last set, we still want to make sure that our technique is clean. We're feeling the reps in the upper back like we're supposed to. We're not just heaving the weight up and down. So if guys are getting tired and technique gets sloppy as a result of that, then we have to cut the set short. But so far it's going well. There's a couple more. Let's go up to 10, man. Finish it strong. And that's it. The last set of curls as well. We're still sticking with the 10 kilo dumbbells and controlling it in 4 seconds on the way down. A little bit slower. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stretch and up. Good. Good. Slow it down and bring it behind your body. Yes. 2, 3, 4. So for the fourth and last set, we are now up to 20 kilos. So this is one of those sets he might be able to get only 8 reps. Maybe he can get up to 10. So this is about pushing your limits as an athlete and seeing how far you can take it when you're tired. So the burn is gonna be pretty bad at this point already, and he might wanna give up after 7, 8, but if he's strong-minded, he will keep going until 10. I think there's 2 more. So let's see. Okay, and last one. Done. Good. Now, quick pause and then the other leg. Couple more reps. Almost there, buddy. Almost over. Finish strong. And up. And there we go. All right. Again, at this point, the minimum we want is 8 reps, but if he feels strong and he keeps pushing the limit, he might get 9 or 10. So 8 is what we're shooting for at least, and if we can get above that, even better. Okay. Squeeze, yes. Couple more. Almost there. All the way down. Full range of motion. Yes. 5. Halfway there. 6. 2. Up. Last one. Finish strong. Yeah. That was our off-season strength workout. Good job, Taki. Good job, Jambi. How do you feel? Do you feel like you did something today?
Yeah.
All right. So good job, guys. We're going to have you back on the channel real soon with another workout. See you then.